Hi, Francine here. I would like to talk about women who never have children, women that want to have children but cannot have children. I want to talk about myself in general because I can't speak for every woman, but I can speak for myself. When a woman, when you're younger, as a teenager growing up in your 20s, your dream is getting married and having children. You know, you're gonna go for your career first, and then after you get your career, you wanna have children. But when that doesn't happen, that could actually destroy a person inside because a woman don't feel like a woman if she can't have children. Some people have children and said, I mean, people I know that have kids, they say to me, oh, you're lucky. You're lucky you don't have no children. No. Why would a person say you're lucky? You're not lucky. You you are very unlucky. You're unfortunate you can't have any kids because when I was trying to have kids years ago, I went to all different kind of doctors, fertility fertility doctors trying to see what was going on, but they could find no reason why I couldn't have children. They took all kind of tests with me. They blow my tubes out. I don't know the medical name for it, when they put you to sleep and blow the tubes out. I went to infertility doctors. I have artificial insemination. I didn't have in vitro insemination because at that time they tell me it was like $20,000. I didn't have $20,000, and they were saying that they could put like fertile three eggs or four eggs and put it back in me and see if any of them would catch. So I said, what if it don't work? They told me, I said, do you do it again for free? They said, no. I said, well, $20,000, I don't have it. And so I didn't go through that. But, uh, if you rich, I guess you could do whatever necessary. But when you don't have the money to do it, and it's painful because you see other women go through that. They go to doctors and they go through the works and they end up getting pregnant. But you, because you don't have the money, that can happen. You pray every day and you pray, and that time of the month, every time that time of the month come around, you're praying that you would get pregnant. It I don't want to be graphic, but you're praying that every month this is it for you, and the month would come and there's nothing. It hurts. It's very painful for women. A lot of women don't talk about it, but it's very painful because with me, I couldn't walk into a department store. If I see baby clothes in the department store, I go to Macy's and I happen to be on the floor and I see baby's clothes up there, I take a U-turn because I don't want to look at no baby's clothes or babies. It was painful. I used to watch people on the street, pregnant women, and I'm happy for them, but you wish it was you. Okay, you're married, you like to give your husband a child, and you can't have a child. You know, I sometimes I sit in the park and just watch people play with their children, and At first, I'm telling you, at first, I was in denial. When I was younger, I went and I buy so much baby clothes. I just know I'm married now, I'm gonna have a baby. So I buy so many clothes for either boy or girl could wear it. The clothes that I buy. I buy baby bottles, I buy everything. I even asked my husband to set up a nursery for me. He said no, he's not gonna set up a nursery. He want when I get pregnant, he'll set up the nursery because I'm buying too much stuff for baby, and there's no baby. I buy little baby shoes, I buy boy shoes, I buy girl shoes, I buy everything, hoping I would get pregnant. But it never happened. And I always want to have a child. Always, always. I said I don't care whether it's a boy or a girl. I just want to have a child. And then you see your friends, they all having children. You see your little niece grow up they have children. The nephew have a wife have a baby, and you say, oh my God, I don't even have a child, You feel that empty space. You leave an empty space inside of you. Now, I notice people that don't have children, they have so much love inside where they have to have some kind of a outlet. So they get a dog, they get cats, and they have to love something. They turn their love to animals. That's what I did. I have so much dogs, and they died of old age. And I love animals so much. I love kids. I love babies. I love when I go out to the grocery store, see the kids there. I never met a kid that doesn't like me. They're always smiling, waving at me. I'm waving back at them. It is sad not to hold your own baby in your arm. I always picture me holding my baby in my arm and feeding my child, and the child just looking at your eyes and looking at you and just smiling while you're feeding them, And people have kids and they don't appreciate the kids they have, And the ones that don't have kids would be a great mother to their kids. And it don't happen yet. I know a few people that don't have kids, and they carry a burden. They may appear to be happy, but they're not, because it's nothing like having your own child. You want to get pregnant, you want to be pregnant, you want to carry the baby around. You want to be pregnant, walking around 9 months, and have your baby with you. And as the years go by, watch him growing or she growing, turning go into an adult, or taking your kid to school, teaching your kids and helping them do their homework, just loving your kid. I remember it was a Mother's Day, and I was at my job, and I was walking down the hallway, and this other female was walking the opposite side of the hallway to me. So I said to her, Happy Mother's Day. And she said to me, oh, Happy Mother's Day. Then she turned back, she stopped and turned around, and she called me. She said, Francine. I turned around. She said, I forget you're not a mother. And that hurt so much. What is wrong with people? I mean, even if I'm not a mother, I didn't give birth, and she said to me, Happy Mother's Day, why would she want to take that back and to hurt me by saying, oh, I forget you're not a mother? That is so cruel. This world is full of cruel people. Don't you know people that don't have children, they have good heart, they're full of love, you know? And they could love a child more than their own mother loved that child, you know? I have a niece, and my niece was so close to me. That's one of my nieces. I have several nieces, but this particular one was so close to me. And do you know that the mother was very jealous? I mean, I'm the aunt. She's my sister. She should be glad that I'm close to her daughter. And she was jealous, and she was telling the daughter, "Oh, I think you love your aunt more than you love me." And she didn't stop until her daughter stopped talking to me because of the mother. I don't blame my sister, I blame my niece, because now she's a grown woman and she still don't talk to me, and I have never done nothing to her. But because of what her mother said to her, she don't talk to me, because she figures if she talk to me, she hurting her mother. But that's okay. Karma is a bitch. So so things what people do to people, it comes back to them. It will come back to them. It bite them right in the butt. So people who don't have kids, I'm telling you, it's terrible for a woman not to have a child. It is so terrible, because sometimes when you're married, your husband wants a child, and if he don't already have a child, the marriage, if he's not an understanding person, the marriage is set up for a downfall. Because you got some man who said to the woman, like, when I married to you, I thought I was gonna have a son. I thought we would have a couple of kids. I didn't know you couldn't have kids. What make you think the woman knows she couldn't have kids? Because right, if I'm married to a man and I know that I can't have kids, before we get married, but when we met, I would say to him, you know what? I don't think I could have kids. I don't play those kind of games, and I don't think people should play those games. If you have a man and you're planning to marry him, if you're not married to him, it's not his business whether you can have kids or not. But if you're planning to marry to him, you should know you cannot have children, because that will put a wedge in the marriage. Then he's gonna go out there and cheat, trying to get himself a child. He want a child. He want to have a male child to carry on his name, you know. And then you sit back there suffering, but you have to tell the truth. You have to tell him the truth, and it's up to him if he wants to marry to you. Then when he married to you and trying to give you a lot of hassle about any child, at least your heart is clear. You did already tell him you cannot have any kids. It hurts. It hurts. Knowing you can't have any kids, then, I did want to have, I was asking for a lot, because I want to have 2 daughters and 4 sons. That's what I want. I want 6 kids. That's what I want. But I end up with none. I never have a miscarriage. I never got pregnant. I never got pregnant. I don't even know what it's like to be pregnant. And some women, they got kids and they don't even want the kids, and and they don't know that what they don't want, other people want that and can't have it. Some people would give anything to have their own child. I want to have my own child, because a kid that you bring into this world, you want to know what it's like to bring a life into this world, to love by your own child, And sometimes you even have children, they don't love you. But there's a chance you get to take, you know. Every child is different. If you have two children, one of them, if even one of them is gonna stick by you, you know, you take care of them, they take care of you, you know, and raise them up the best way you can raise them, and make sure they grow up having the love of God in them. You make sure they go to church and have the love of God, and teach them the best thing as best as you can. You know, how to love, not to hate, love. You have to love everyone. You got people in this world that gotta treat you right, but you don't like their ways, but you got to love them, you know, because God is love. And whether or not I have a child, I love God the same way. I love God in the good times, and I love Him in the bad times. God doesn't make mistake. He have a reason why I don't have a child. I don't know what the reason is, but one day I might find out what the reason is. But He have the answers, and I have to trust God. I mean, it doesn't feel good inside, but you got to still trust God. He knows best. He know why people don't have children, and He know why people have children and throw them in the garbage. That's what the part I can't grip. You got people throwing babies in the garbage. People have the baby and they abort the babies. There's so many babies that been aborted in the United States than soldiers got killed in Vietnam War. It is so sad. This is a sad, sad world, you know? This is a sad, sad world. So much baby every single day being aborted because I don't feel like having a child. I'm too young. Why you having sex? Why you not using protection? Some people choose their career over the child. They got pregnant while they going for a career. They have an abortion. They get upset with their man. They have an abortion. You know, I don't even think if a woman is raped, she should have an abortion. Give that baby up for adoption. That's a human being. That baby didn't ask to be in the world. The baby is innocent. If you are even raped, give the child up for adoption because you're carrying a life inside of you. You don't get to dismiss that baby. That's murder. You know better than the one on the street killing people because you're killing an innocent baby who can't speak up for theirself. That abortion hurts me bad. You know, I think people who have abortions are very wicked. They are wicked to kill a baby, a little tiny baby inside of them, who's dependent there for life, and they decide whether or not the baby live or die. Then they're watching the news now and heard that someone shoot somebody. He's cruel. He's wicked. You wicked. You is the wicked one killing that baby. You're more wicked than the murderer out there because you're killing your own baby in your belly. Innocent child that can't even speak up for himself. I think when a woman have abortion, they should die too. They think something should go wrong and they died along with the baby they trying to kill. Wicked. How can you kill a baby? No better than the ones them out there that shooting down innocent kids in the school. Because these are babies, these are children, these are babies you're killing. You're not you're not no different from a gunman. Then you're thinking about how these people go into the schools and they kill all these kids. What do you think you're doing? You're killing babies. It hurts so much for me even to talk about it. I don't even like to see, even in a movie, a dog get shot in a movie, I start crying. I love kids. I love animals. All kind of animals. Birds, animals, I love them all. Reptile, I love them all. But I love reptile, but I'm scared of what these snakes in Florida here. No, just X them out of what I just said, because these snakes here, oh Lord, Jesus. But I'm saying that the children, these children are our future. When you kill one child, when you abort a child, you're aborting a whole generation. You're not just aborting a baby, you abort a generation. That's what you do. And then you got people like me can't have any children. And it hurts. People talk about, oh, mothers have rights. You don't have no right to kill nobody. What kind of rights you have? Killing your baby, I talk about you got rights. The babies have rights, but they can't speak for themselves. I'm speaking for them right now. They got rights. If when you're thinking about abortion, killing a kid, having an abortion, why don't you just have the babies and give them up for adoption? There's a lot of people out there want the kids who cannot have kids, who will be good parents to the kids. I'm not saying you got some that are not good parents, but majority of them, they will be good parents. They have a lot of love in their heart, you know. And for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. God sent his Son for us to live. But we can't. He sent his Son to die for us. But we are killing our own babies. His Son come to die for us, so that baby can live. I don't know what's going on in this world. People don't care about human life no more. They care about money. They don't care about life. And they have the kids, and when they have them, they don't take care of them because they didn't want them. Then these kids grow up, they end up in school now. They even kindergarten. They become a problem to the teacher because they know their parents don't want them. And they're growing up now, become problem people. But that's the world we're living in. No love whatsoever, no love. If there was love in this world, there would be so much chaos. But there's no love. And people, the ones with money, they have power. They have power because they said money brings power. So they look down on the ones that don't have anything. You know, I know I'm straying away from the conversation, but that's what I'm thinking about this morning. I wake up. How wicked this world is. We need more love. We need to love each other. You know, need to love and mean it too, and don't quick to hurt people's feelings. Some people just hurt people's feelings. Even yesterday, you know, I see a person hurt my friend. Just hurt her feeling, just no reason at all. No reason. And she was hurt. I know she was hurt because I could feel it. We talk about it later on. I talk about it with her. But I just didn't say nothing. You know, I said, Lord, all I said in my mind, Lord Jesus. How can people just go around hurting other people and call themselves Christians? It's not good. People should think about what they say before they say it. I'm practicing that now because I don't always do that. And I'm practicing before I open my mouth, I think about what I'm saying before I say it, because I don't want no one to hurt me and I don't want to hurt no one. Because a person could get up in the morning, they say their prayer, but they didn't put on their armor. You have to put on your full armor. Because as soon as you say your prayers and you step out the door, sometimes you don't even know if you step out the door, it could be in your own home. Somebody gonna open their mouth and say one word to you, trying to ruin your day. A person could just say one word to you and that's ruin your whole day. But that's when you have to put on your armor of God and say, you're not gonna ruin my day. Who are you? Who are you to ruin my day? No, sorry. You got to live your life. Don't let people ruin your day. Some people are not happy unless you are unhappy. So you can't let that happen. And you know what they're up to. Do not let anyone ruin your day. You are bigger than that. God creates you as a victor. And you have the victory. So don't let anyone ruin your day. And me, I have to practice what I preach. Because sometimes I get my feelings hurt easy and I'm practicing what I preach. So have a beautiful day, and please remember, do not let anyone ruin your day. Not today or any other day. Because God gave you this day, just like He gave those people this day, to be the best that you can. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.